video game podcast starts now.
Hello! Welcome to Click Click Play, episode 47. Bonjour to everyone. How are we all? Jordan is joining me down there.
Down there?
Down there. Exactly. Down
Okay,
there in Wales. You can see on the screen if you're watching the video, we've got Rob, although we've got Rob's frozen face right now, and we can hear him. Oh, no, it's
and he's gone.
his face went, but we can hear him in the background. Hey, Rob. Hello.
It's net neutrality business.
Yeah.
Kicking in already.
Currently, he's throttling himself. Oh no, there he is.
Hello.
Hey,
There he is.
we can see. You can see in here now. Like big fans of this show will know Rob from. You might remember him from such shows as, I think, like episode 6 or something like that. So right at the beginning, maybe even before then. How are you doing, Rob?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. You?
We're good. Yeah, we're. I am. Can't speak for the others though. Andre, you good?
I'm super depressed and angry all the time, but other than that, I'm doing just fine. Thank you very much.
Lol.
You are Manny's
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah,
Ah,
I think I absorbed the negativity my brother brought.
Yeah, you are turning into Manny, aren't you? You were a pleasure when you first joined this podcast.
I
but
know.
every week you're just getting worse and worse.
I was so happy at the beginning. I want to see like a time lapse of my back slouching slowly and my eyes shut in wildly. Now I'm just like an old man with my hatred towards fucking everything. It's fantastic. I'm really glad I can bring this negative energy to the podcast every week.
I think it's this podcast just turns people miserable.
Yeah, it makes me hate video games a little bit.
Yeah, that's happened to Manny. It makes you hate it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jordan, what do you think of Jar Jar returning for Star Wars?
I think I like the fact that they knew that would be like a meme on the internet before the film came out, but to lean into it, I thought was genius.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Wait, are you guys serious? I don't know if you guys are serious.
Yeah, they're.
It makes me so mad. I don't give a fuck. No, it's done. I don't care about Star Wars anymore, guys. We don't talk about it until I've seen it.
Well, you can't be a real fan if you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I am a real fan. I just can't get off work. I work too much. I'm fucking watching it today. I bought the last 2 tickets in the IMAX. They're like all the way in the back. I can't wait. I'm excited as shit. I'm probably gonna leave this podcast early since it lasts 4 fucking hours, I guess. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I saw it, but yeah, not mad about the film, but just mad about the experience. It made me remember why I actually hate going to the cinema, because just like people are awful.
That's why I go to the cinemas on like a Sunday morning where there's like nobody there, or like a Monday morning usually.
That's yeah, that would be good. I really hope that like the demise of movie theaters happens really soon, and we get to watch new films at home. That would be so much better.
God, I hope not. I hope now I have this thing called Movie Pass. I'm not sure if they have that over there. In, wherever the fuck you guys are, but like now I see movies for free, and like I love going to the theater now.
When you say
So
free,
it's
how much do you pay for that movie pass?
Oh, I paid $80 a year.
Free, yeah.
but like I've been to the movie theaters 4 times in the past week, and like I've already made it up for. And they're all movies. I saw movies I don't even want to see just because I'm like, I guess I'll go see Justice League, and I saw that, and it was like, though Justice League was the first movie I saw in recent history that I'm like, I think I'm gonna leave the movie theater right now. Like, halfway through, I'm like, this is not only a bad movie, it's an embarrassing movie to watch. I'm sitting there with like a bunch of fanboys who are still there for some reason watching the movie weeks after it came out, and at the end somebody had the nerve to clap.
Oh,
And I wanted
people
to
clapping.
turn around and see if it was like Zack Snyder just sitting there clapping for his own movie, being like, yeah, "This is great. I'm glad I made this." But
no, it's like people were whooping in Star Wars. Like it came up, they're like, "Wow, yeah!" And the guy next to me like did this biggest like cheer. And I was like, "Oh, these guys are gonna be trouble." And there were 2 guys next to me and 2 guys behind them. Like there's a group of them, and just like spent the entire like first 30 minutes or so just chatting, and like making and then laughing at really inappropriate moments because whatever they'd whispered to each other was funny. And this person in front This person in front of me, like the most British person ever. They were so British I couldn't tell if it was an old woman or a man. Turned around and went, "Would you please stop talking, please?" And then they shut up for about 10 minutes and then continued. It was just like,
there's this place I go to called the Alamo Draft House, and I'm sure they have those over there, right? That's not just an American thing.
Is it a place where you drink?
Yeah, it's like a movie theater where you drink and you eat in the movie theater, but like you're not allowed to talk and you're not allowed to use your cell phone. There's like a zero tolerance policy on that.
Isn't that just any cinema
Yeah.
ever? Like,
No, I'm not sure if you've been to an AMC or a Regal, but there's people fucking
Never heard of it.
just saying words.
Yeah.
yeah. There's people like yelling.
There's cigarettes in the UK.
Yeah. Oh god. But what's it called? Yeah, I'm gonna go see it at like the biggest IMAX in America. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, so I've seen it in a normal cinema. I had a lot of thoughts and feelings coming out of it, and I'm going to go see it again on my own in IMAX and unfortunately 3D on Tuesday.
I saw it in 3D, but it was on the smallest screen ever. It was crap. And also it was at midnight. I don't know if you know, but when you're watching something in 3D, if you're pretty tired, I don't know. It's for me. I've got contact lenses, so like halfway through, it just went all blurry because like one of my contact lenses started drying out. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta. And then, so most of the time it was just blur. But, I mean, the film, I really, really enjoyed the film.
I heard the trick for those 3D movies is to buy your own 3D glasses.
I bought some 3D glasses.
I didn't know you can do that.
You can actually use 3D glasses, yeah.
eBay.
Maybe that's why it was blurry. So
the sooner 3D dies, the better, as far as I'm concerned.
It's not. It's like the only way these movies are making money now. It's ridiculous.
Like, I'll pay the same money just for I want the IMAX experience. I think it might just be in carded. Like, do you guys get to choose whether you go to just IMAX or IMAX 3D?
Yeah, but like you can tell how they market it because all the best times to go are in IMAX 3D. It's like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and like. All like the regular is like 11:30 at night and 4 in the morning. All the regular ones, so they kind of like pressure you into going like, I guess I'll just go see the IMAX version. Pay I paid $26. That is like way too much money. Oh, I can't believe that.
I watched it in 3D because I thought, well, I'm not gonna watch it in 3D at home, so I may as well watch it in the cinema in 3D. But it's just a bit pointless. Unless it's on a huge screen. It was because it was on such a small screen, it was even worse.
Okay, well, like I guess we'll have to. I wasn't going to spoil anything on this show anyway, but if Andre hasn't seen it, we might as well keep it.
Did you like it? That's what I want to know.
I liked it.
Yeah, I think I kind of echo. I think probably what I've seen of most people coming out of it. There's parts of that film that I think are the best things in Star Wars ever. Like some of the best scenes, including the original trilogy, and then there's other bits which I think I'm not as drastic like some people are saying. There's other scenes which are equally as low as the highs. I don't feel that way, but I think there's tonal issues. I feel like the film has drifted into kind of what Disney does with Marvel, with the humor and the one-liners. And I think there's definitely a place for humor in Star Wars. I thought Force Awakens nailed it. There was a different humor to that, and it always took me off guard. But he was actually really funny, and they kind of picked their moments. Whereas this one felt like they were just going to go for it in every scene with the humor. But with the recent two films, every time I've seen them, they've got better for me. And people who have seen this film more than once are saying that the second and third viewings, everything starts to click and it gets better again. So I'm assuming that'll be the case for me as well. I can't wait to talk to you about it because there's some fucking amazingly cool scenes in this film.
All right, everybody. Next week we're gonna have a spoiler talk on Star Wars, so don't show up if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, next week is
Christmas. Spoiler zone next week anyway, isn't it? I guess because it'll be. Well, I guess our next show is Game of the Year.
No, it'll be the one after because that's one thing we're gonna chat about. 27th is what we're thinking of doing for the podcast. Does that sound good for you guys?
What day is that?
Isn't that the next show?
Wednesday.
Are we gonna?
Oh, Thursday. I can't do anything during the week.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. I just won't show up. It's fine. It's not like I'm a fucking valid member of this goddamn team.
No, we
it's
can.
Not like I made every fucking interstitial for this goddamn podcast. It's fine.
No, I need you, Andre.
We could do it on. We could do it next week.
Let's just do it next week.
Yeah, Christmas Eve. Mellum can't come next week.
So are we doing a show on
no.
Christmas? I can't do a show on Christmas Eve. I can't lower myself to that.
Yeah, it's the Sunday.
Hey, I'm gonna be completely alone on Christmas Eve, so that's
Yeah,
fine.
I'll be there,
We will-
Andre. Well,
We'll
we can find we'll organise sometime. But
All right.
yeah, apparently Melon's the only day Melon can do is the 27th. If anyone.
I don't care about Melon. Fuck you,
agree.
Melon,
I
if
do.
you're listening.
He likes PUBG. He's
You and
saying.
your PUBG loving ass. I don't want that.
So are we going to talk about the process for Game of the Year? Because I take this kind of stuff seriously, and I need to know.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
sure.
gonna follow exactly the same as Giant Bomb, where we just list all the games, whittle them down to
Don't
10.
say that.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We're gonna do the same thing Click Click Play does.
That's what. Yeah, Giant. Well, Giant Bomb kind of copied off us when I came up with the idea last week, and we're gonna have all the games. We're gonna quickly mention all the games that are out that are not kind of shitty Steam $2 games, and then eliminate them.
We're going to mention all the games.
Like, well, yeah, 50 games maybe, and then eliminate them down to 10.
It's just gonna be Ben reading a fucking list
Yes.
for 2 hours like it was
Mhm.
last time.
Who's gonna make the list of all the games?
Of course,
me.
Ben is.
Yeah, I might forget a few though.
PUBG. Best soundtrack. PUBG. Fucking.
You can't just go to the Wikipedia 2017 gaming page and start reading from.
Well, I'll send you it before so you can add any that you think I've missed.
Oh, it'd be cool. Like if you just text us, like, "Hey, best game of the year," and we'll all text you, and then a different
PUBG.
category, and then we'll all text you. That way, we'll just like accumulate everyone's personal opinions, and it won't be like you just getting a list off the internet somewhere. You know what I mean?
No.
I'll just put together my top 10 and I'll come on with that. We
Oh,
know,
well,
do
Yeah,
we know
well,
what other category we're doing.
I haven't thought about other categories. Does anyone have any ideas?
Best game, worst game.
We said biggest disappointment, didn't we?
Biggest disappointment. Yeah, Mass
Yeah.
Effect Andromeda.
That was
one,
Mass
those
Effect,
two.
so
Just
fill
EA
that
in
one
general.
now.
What about PUBG on Xbox, maybe? Jordan
in
Reese.
general.
Yeah, PUBG in general, we can put on there.
No, maybe not.
What other categories? You got good, bad. What else do we want to do?
Ugly, good, bad, and ugly.
What about biggest surprise?
Biggest surprise would be nice.
Yeah.
Doki Doki Literature Club.
Resi 7.
Resident Evil
Resi
VR.
7.
That's what I'm gonna. By the way, if you're watching, guys, I'm streaming that after this. After
Oh, in
this show.
VR?
No. Well, if I get 1,500 followers, I will do it in VR, but I'm not doing it.
Man,
But
I have
anything
no
less than
idea
that.
how you can do that game in VR. That game is ridiculously scary.
Yeah, it's
Like,
horrific.
I'm just imagining what it'd be like to have all that shit come into my face and stuff, which sounded weird saying that out loud. But like doing that in VR must be like a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, hey guys, I'm doing good. Should I introduce myself?
Go on then, tell us who you are.
Hey guys, I'm Jose Pizarro, and I'm currently working on a play, and I'm gonna start a GoFundMe in a couple months.
Oh.
Right now, I need to get it all written down on paper, and I need to cast it. I'm gonna do like a big thing. This is gonna be my first big New York production, and I'm really excited for it. I'm talking to an owner of a theater that I'm currently working on renting it out, and I'm not sure if you guys ever rented out a theater space.
Nope.
Fucking ridiculously expensive, especially if you want to do it on weekends. Like he's like, oh, Monday I can give it to you for $200 an hour. For what's it called? For the weekends, I can give it to you for $1,000. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro! You're killing me right now.
It's such a
For an
hipster.
hour?
Jesus Christ, a theater.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna be able to do that myself. So I'm definitely gonna use this this podcast as a platform to have Norwegians pitch in money.
All the 6 people watching right now.
All the 6 Norwegians watching.
Can I audition for your play?
Yeah.
You can audition. I'm accepting auditions from all over the world, and I will pay you handsomely.
Oh.
Throw me a line.
And appreciation and a headshot. I'll fucking take your headshot for you.
Hey.
Throw me a line.
You got a GCSE in drama, haven't you?
Yeah.
Did you?
There you go. Qualified as well.
God damn.
I've been an extra in dramas. I've been in Fiddler on the Roof.
Have you really? I mean, you're a
Yeah.
really good singer. It surprises. It surprises me every time you send us a WhatsApp with you singing. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Jordan shouldn't be that good at
He's
anything.
Welsh. Welsh
Yeah.
people are good at singing. Rob, are you a good singer?
Me?
No.
Rob.
Oh, Rob.
No. But you're Welsh.
Rob,
It's from the
you-
valleys.
Rob, you look like you're a good singer. You look like a Jason Mraz type.
No. more of a, I don't know, shouting metal band singer.
Ah.
But I'm not. I haven't got the timbre that Jordan's got.
No, unfortunately, Jordan, I can't imagine moshing his hair to any kind of rock music. Oh, is he okay? What's that? Is that the Undertaker t-shirt there? Oh, Triple H. Oh, he's got a Triple H t-shirt on.
It's the game.
And how you play it.
How you play it? Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, Rob, what have you been up to this week?
I've got 3 weeks off, so I'm bored out of my head at the moment.
Are you going to join us for Game of the Year?
Exhausted PUBG. Not if it's going to be on Christmas Eve. No, I'm going to be very drunk.
Oh, that's a point. I need to get a drink.
Tradition.
Well, we weren't going to do. I wasn't going to do it on. What about? I mean, Andre, do you not have any days off during the week?
I literally, like, in December, I'm surprised I'm even able to do this podcast at all. I have to work my day off, and I work from 5 in the morning to 7 at night. So unless you guys want to do this podcast at like 4 in the morning for you guys.
What about if we?
Melon is not on the Game of the Year podcast.
Yes, he is. And Andre and Rob is.
Not. He's on your side for your dumb ideas.
What if we got your
He's
game?
not.
What if you sent us your games? What about if you, on your lunch break, joined us?
On my hour lunch break, join. First off, we can never get this podcast scheduled properly, so it'd just be shitty.
It just to me, 27th sounds amazing. I think you should get
No,
it
it
off
doesn't.
work.
On a Thursday, God, in
Yeah,
the middle of the day.
Wednesday.
Wednesday, it's even worse for me.
Oh, what time are you working on a Wednesday?
I work on this upcoming Wednesday. I work from 5 in the morning to 7 at night.
And on the following Wednesday? Jesus,
Same.
crazy.
Not until
I've done-
January am I available to do other than this day.
All right, well, we can download Discord on your phone, and we'll stick you in on there, and
Get the fuck out of here.
we'll join you.
Melon is not on the podcast. Fuck him. He's not even on the intro.
Oh, we can't do it next. Well, next Sunday is going to be probably just me and you on Christmas Eve getting drunk.
Yay. I would love that.
That sounds perfect. My perfect Christmas Eve. Spending with a New York and getting drunk. We'll find a time, but yeah, it sounds like next week's gonna be impossible, and the week after is New Year's Eve, which is gonna be even worse. So
Oh, I'm not doing. I'm in the process of moving on New Year's Eve, so I will either literally be
Nice.
in here with all of my shit in my other apartment,
mhm.
or over there, super depressed and angry at life.
Well, that sounds good.
I'm a bundle of fucking joy. What can I say? I'm sorry.
What about Manny? Yeah, Manny, can you do the 27th?
No, my brother cannot do the
Oh.
27th because he's fucking a bum too. He has
Manny.
to work. He has the same job I have, and he's just gonna be there forever.
Uh,
Plus, he has a new girlfriend. My brother has a new girlfriend now.
oh.
Chick, yeah.
He's caught in.
By the way, Manny, check your whispers, Manny. All right. So
Yeah, Manny, check your fucking whispers.
check
son.
your whispers.
Check
That
your
means it's a
privilege.
George Michael song.
27th of December, Manny, which is a Wednesday, a week on Wednesday.
Check your whispers.
I did. I went to the Christmas party, my work Christmas party yesterday. They're so cheap. They like normally 99% of all businesses go in and like book out a restaurant for people, like for their. But no, we ate chicken that was made or bought from Lidl, and we had it in a classroom, and got drunk. And sorry,
They've got little in Spain.
yeah, they have Lidl. They don't have Netto, but they have Lidl.
A lot of
They got
stuff
the
in
middle
Spain is little. What can I say?
Mm-hmm. Everything's bigger in America. But
Yeah.
they have an HDMI projector in there, so I coupled up my Switch and we played a bit of the Jackbox and
Oh, that's cool.
played Quiplash. But I gotta say, Quiplash is not a good idea when you've got a couple of old ladies playing, along with edgy kind of mid-20s who think swearing's like really cool. It just got really awkward and I had to turn it off.
Hey, swearing is really cool, right?
He's like, bird shitting, and then the old
Fucking
ladies you can see them
dope.
voting for the nicest one.
What?
Yeah, that was a total
What?
disaster. So yeah, don't play Quiplash with old people and young people.
Well, that ruins my weekend plans, buddy. So,
Oh,
hey, if it makes you feel any better, my Christmas party was legit. My manager brought a couple boxes of dozens of donuts and just dropped them on the table. He's like, "Hey, eat one and then go back to work." And then we went back to work, and then we forgot all about Christmas time. So you're living
Amazing.
the dream. It sounds like to me.
Yeah. Oh well. So, what shall we do now?
Go into the game.
Go to the games. Right, where's the games thing? Games. Oh, where's the box sign then?
Time to play the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. All about control. And if you can take it, it's all about your debt. And if you can play it, it's all about pain. And who's gonna make it?
What games you ho-ho-hos playing? See, you went all Christmassy then. Like that. I'll let Andre start.
All right. Hey, Ben, first off, I'd like to start off by saying get a quieter keyboard. Because when I listen to the podcast, all I can hear is you're clacking away at the keyboard to do stuff. It's the most annoying
that's me?
keyboard ever.
Oh, it's the microphone. That's what I'm going to blame it on. I haven't even got a mechanical keyboard.
I think mechanical keyboards are stupid, and you're stupid for having one.
No.
Anyways, I've been playing a lot of Golf Story,
Ugh.
and my God, I love that game. It's such a fun, cute game, and I'm really far into it. I think I'm about to beat it. I've unlocked a bunch of like the different maps and blah 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 blah. It's a good game. I've talked about it for several weeks now, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. It's super scary. It's super fun. I mean, I haven't gotten to the ending, which everyone says is like the worst part of that game, so I'm not really looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I'm balls deep in it. I just finished a birthday puzzle where some guy made me like, which I thought was like one of the most interesting parts of the game. It was like a Saw movie, and I just completed that. It's a great game. It's going to be on my top 10 of the year for sure.
I
But
think
then again, so is Life is Strange, and that's coming out in a week or two, so I can't fucking wait. So excited. It comes out in 2 days, actually. I am going to miss the podcast and just do that instead.
You were doing so well. You were talking about other video games.
Yeah.
Video games
Oh my god, how long did
No,
it take us? Took us
you just felt the need to fucking swerve into Life is Strange.
Also,
Took
Life
20
is Strange
minutes.
is available on iOS now, so if you want to play it on your phone, you can, which is kind of sad.
Always the
because-
telling of a classic game. The fact that they can port it over to iOS within the same generation of console. That's I'm sure it's fantastic.
Yeah, it just means it's good game design. I'm sorry, are you saying Doom is a bad game? Because you can play that on a fucking calculator.
You can't play it on your iPhone, Lev.
I've seen Doom run on a printer screen.
Oh, we're talking classic Doom, yeah. As I said, within the same generation.
I know, but on a different subject, I watched a video of like some guy who like put Doom onto every single thing he could, and like he recently put Doom. He could run Doom on the LED screen of the new MacBooks. Like, you know, the top layer, that little top strip, and he's playing Doom off of that. And that is insane to me.
Doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, that guy deserves a pat on the back because I'm not gonna pay him for anything. But anyways, yeah. Other than that, I haven't been doing much game. I've been doing a lot of apartment searching stuff, and I found a new apartment, and
is it on
it's about the
Craigslist?
size of my bed. Like, literally, it is. I could fit my entire room on top of my current bed I have here. So
That's gonna be fun.
that's a fucking problem.
That's
I can't wait
cozy.
It is. It's gonna be my little man cave.
No. I mean, speaking of Resident Evil, Rob, you've played it in VR, haven't you?
Yeah, it's awful.
It's awful.
It's probably the best and worst way to play it.
Yeah, like
I ended up with.
Resident Evil's probably going to go into my top 10. It'll be close. It'll be down the bottom, but it'll probably be in the top 10. But mainly for the VR, the fact that it's the best AAA VR game and probably the only AAA VR game out there. It's so good. But I've only managed 45 minutes maybe of it, and I tried to play it a few days ago, and I'm only at the bit where you go to the table and you meet all the family for the first time, and then they hold a knife in front of your face. That's literally the furthest. Yeah, that's like 45 minutes to an hour in there. Just
So I
terrifying.
got to and where you're crawling around to the end of the house before I pulled the muscle in my neck, and then just couldn't continue playing.
Yeah, in the water when you're in the water.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, that means you didn't get to the scariest bit in VR. Have you
It's
continued?
probably a good thing. I would snap my neck.
Have you continued playing it in non-VR?
Sorry?
Have you continued playing it out of VR?
Oh yeah. I finished it.
Oh, okay. Because yeah, that
Yeah.
bit, you know, where you climb up
It's
the,
just because of the injury, I wasn't able to do it. Yeah.
you know, when you go up the stairs and then the door closes and then you hear a knocking or something and you have to open the door and then she appears.
Mhm.
Oh, that shit me up. That did in VR. That was terrifying.
Yeah. Fuck that game.
Yeah, that's terrifying. So, how are you enjoying it, Andre? Is it? I watched I've actually seen the last hour of that because somebody I was watching was streaming it. And I thought I'm probably never going to get to the end, so I'll watch it. But it looked like there were just jump scares like every 20 seconds at the end.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet. My brother told me like right after the part I'm at right now, it just gets like ridiculously like actiony and like it tries way too hard to be scary. I'm looking forward to that because I kind of like that.
The end didn't seem as bad as what people were talking about. Maybe it changes the
It's a
tone
mixed
a bit.
bag. Like you get from where you are now, you get a couple of either one or two like pretty shitty boss fights that don't really suit. They kind of suit Resident Evil, but they don't really suit the tone that game went for. And then it does the kind of last act of that game is just going to put you somewhere where it does become a full-on first-person shooter, essentially, which again isn't ideal. But it manages to stay scary. I thought.
Did you play in easy?
No.
No, I'm playing in easy because like fuck that in VR, not in easy.
Does Jordan look like somebody who plays a game on easy, man? Come on.
Yeah,
I don't play life on easy, let alone fucking Resident Evil 7.
it's like on that South Park, you know, you got to change the skin color to be like more difficult. And isn't one of those levels? Isn't Ginger one of those levels? It's like ultra difficult.
Yeah. Well, I am white, so
Oh,
that.
that's something to be proud of, then, John.
It's okay to be white. I've said it before.
Oh God.
What a controversial statement.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh God.
Oh.
Speaking of not being white, I went to the beach today. Beach, middle of December. It's amazing. Yeah, I thought I'd tell you that.
That sounds like a dumb
Made you
idea.
jealous.
Yeah.
It was like 15 degrees.
Where's your tan?
Look at that face. Just see me earlier. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna try and play some Resident Evil this evening. And if anybody wants, if I get to 1,500 followers, I'll switch to VR. But
What are you on now?
I'm like 25 away, 26 away.
Oh.
So a little bit of
Moving on up.
encouragement there, yeah. How many have you got, Andre? You still getting loads from that one hit video?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. That video is almost at 1 million views, and
Jeez.
what's it called? I have no idea what the fuck that's like why that's happening. Because people are subscribing to my channel without seeing any of my other shit, and that video is so not representative of what I make. But I don't give a fuck. I just like the money.
Yeah,
Money, 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 money.
you got your first
Best.
payout, didn't you?
Yeah, finally. Fuck, it took forever.
I think I've made like 3 cents on YouTube. Fuck that.
See, that's actually pretty great.
Yeah, mostly because most of the videos I've uploaded, I've got like copyright, so I can't even monetize them.
Yeah,
Because it's
no, I
got
feel ya.
Nintendo. You showed 5 seconds of a Mario game. Nintendo have claimed that within 24 hours. Jeez. Never do anything on YouTube with Nintendo. Fuck Nintendo. Rob, what games have you been playing? You said you've maxed out on PUBG.
So I've been playing this really horrific survival horror game called Christmas Shopping in Cardiff. You ever played that one?
I have actually, yeah, and
Fucking horrendous.
I played it on difficult mode. I think
I think that's the only difficulty it comes in, isn't it?
it's like the Dark
Mindless
Souls.
people wandering around looking for charms for their bracelets and things like that. It's horrendous. So I did that, completed that one. It was alright. Another survival horror game I played is Hello Neighbor. Have you heard of this?
I've heard it and I've seen people play it, and I've heard it is, and people have told me that it's terrible. Is it terrible, Rob?
It's It's not great. It's basically you're witness to a murder. You're a child and you're witness to a murder, and you've got to try and find your way into your neighbour's basement. It plays a lot on kids' imagination, so I haven't actually finished it, so I don't know if there is an actual murder or if it's just going to take a really dark turn at the end and it's kind of like a sex dungeon or something. It's alright. It's janky as all hell, but then it's only the access at the moment.
Yeah, it's currently on OpenCritic. I believe it's the lowest rated game of the year.
Cool. I didn't pay for it, so.
Oh, that's lucky. 42. It's in the low. It's in the bottom 3% of games. So 42%. I liked the trailer to it. The art style looked really kind of like my type of game.
Yeah, the premise is really good. It's too janky, really janky. You'd like. Imagine PUBG when it was real earlier on, when you were trying to pick things up and you're just hammering buttons and nothing happens. It's the same thing that's going on in there. So maybe they'll polish it, but at the moment it's
and it's fully released.
It's not worth 20 quid.
Oh, and it's fully released.
It's a fully released. I thought it was in.
Okay. Oh, I know. But I'm asking.
It's not.
Yeah, I'm asking you.
No, I think it's in early access. It's in early access. So.
Okay, but still €28.
Yeah, it's not worth that.
Oh no, it's fully released. Yeah, it's actually.
Oh, it's definitely not worth that then.
No, it's fully released. Patch 1.13. Yeah, the reviews are not good, but it's that reeks of a game that would be free on like Humble Bundle or PlayStation Plus. Is it on console or are you playing, or is it just on PC?
PC, I'm playing on.
Okay, yeah, it's on.
I think it might be coming to Xbox.
Oh well, they're sticking shit on that.
Right. That's exclusive of 2018.
Yeah, they're going to bundle it with the next Xbox. But
apart from that, I've been fucking with the SOS beta again, another survival game.
I've got a link to that. What is it?
Do you remember the TV series Survivor?
Oh, was that one with all the naked people?
No, I don't think so.
No, that's Naked and Afraid you're thinking of.
No, wasn't the one where they all went on an island and they were all naked and then...
Naked and Afraid, it's called.
Naked. Wait, let me Google this. Naked.
It's called the Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore. Naked and Afraid.
Anyway,
Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, that Google Images.
Naked on a beach.
Naked and Afraid. I missed this show.
Off. Yeah.
Oh, there's a man holding a snake, but an actual snake, not.
It's just a picture of Ben from earlier on.
Well, that's interesting. This is this on, this program? What series are they on? Oh, it's on. Wait, it's still going. Amazing. Oh, yeah, sorry, I was distracted there. Yeah, I'm sorry.
SOS, you wake up on a beach, you've got nothing, you've got to try and find these runes, and then you get extracted out as fast, like 16 players on the island. The twist with it is on a beach.
Oh, right.
The twist is that you've got an audience who are Twitch viewers, but they can vote on things. So they can vote on your performance. They can vote for like drops in ammo or weapons, things like that. Again, it's all right. I wouldn't pay for it. I think the issue with it is because everybody's rated on their performance. You got a lot of comedians in there, and I guess quite tiresome after like 5 games.
You know a comedian, Rob?
No, I'm Welsh. You know.
Oh, there's Rob Brydon, isn't there? A top comedian from Wales. No,
probably.
Well,
he's not Michael McIntyre, though, is he?
No Peter Kay.
Wales is where comedy goes to die.
But we can sing.
All right.
See, that made me laugh more than any other comedian could. Brilliant. So, yeah, SOS. I've got a link to that beta, so I might try it out. I don't know. I'm thinking of, until the Game of the Year podcast, just going and playing like all the games I want to include in there. But we will see. Okay. Right. So, Jordan.
Yo.
Tell us, what you been playing? Okay. This is when I need to go and get a beer. Give me a second.
You're hosting the show. You can't.
Wait, what? What is
How rude.
happening?
The worst host in the world.
This
I
is
say
the
it
most
every week.
unprofessional shit I've ever been a part of.
Have you noticed he doesn't listen to us when we speak? He's doing
Yeah,
something else.
he's always doing something else. It's ridiculous. Oh
Cavorting
man,
with his Twitch followers,
why
no
the
doubt.
fuck do I? Why do I come to this goddamn podcast every week for the past ever? It feels like I've been on this podcast forever.
Every week, I'll give a big long explanation, really well worded about something or another, and then Ben
And he
comes
will
along.
ask about it like 2
Yeah.
seconds later.
He asked me a question which I covered in the first fucking sentence. He's such a piece of shit.
It's like, oh, I think the new Resident Evil is a pretty great game, and he's like, yeah, but is it any good? Like, what the fuck do you think, Ben? Yes,
What?
of course it's good. I just said that.
Wait, what?
Anyway, what I've been
What have I missed?
So,
Oh, you haven't even started what you've been playing.
Ben, you've already ruined the show. Just straight.
Oh dear.
So I can't stop playing Rocket League Switch. It had an update about a week ago, and nothing the game is completely in line with the other formats, but they did an upgrade for the Switch version, which is just like stability and stuff like that. So it still looks like shit compared to how my PC runs the game, but it's improved it. Like the frame rate is more consistent, and I might be making it up in my head, but I feel like it looks a little bit better as well. I hope it looks a little bit better. That game is just fucking perfect on that system. I can't believe I never thought I'd buy it, and then when I bought it, I've never looked back. I've actually uninstalled it from my PC.
Oh.
Really?
It's one of 2 games that I have installed on my Switch. It's just fucking perfect. Every night before I go to bed, I play like 3 rounds, and then I wake up and play a couple of rounds.
You hate having games installed on systems, don't you?
Yeah, I try to have 1 game installed on each system. And that's what I've got at the moment. On Switch, I've got 2. I've got Rocket League and Xenoblade, but that's just because Rocket League is a consistent. That'll never go away. I've already put 30 hours into Rocket League Switch, which you can add on to like 400 I did on PS4, and then probably 1,000 on PC. So yeah, it's made the Switch like 5 times more valuable to me.
It's so weird because when I look at you, Jordan, I don't think cars and football.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then you smash them together and it actually becomes something worthwhile. I hate cars. Cars are bullshit. I hate football. Football is bullshit. Soccer. But you smash them together and you make Rocket League, and it's just so fucking good. And also, there's another question mark. I generally don't play multiplayer games either.
Yeah.
But Rocket League is like I said, I put over 1,000 hours into this. It's the first multiplayer game that I've really, really embraced. I just can't say enough good things about Rocket League. At the moment, when I score a goal, which is quite often and pretty good, when it explodes, loads of presents come out because it's Christmas time.
Oh.
Yeah, and I've put little wings on the top of my car. So when I'm doing these cool aerial things that I do, because I like to score goals from the air and fly about the place, it looks like I'm flying, yeah?
God, I hate you so much.
Any questions on Rocket League?
It's because I'm so bad at Rocket League.
Fucking get into Rocket League. Are you playing on Switch?
Yeah, I'm playing on Switch, and I'm just really bad.
There's no being bad at Rocket League. Like it's had such a good curve. I remember when it first came out, it was like a PS Plus game, right? And I always say this, like on paper, I could have paid £0 and 0 pence for this game, and I'd still put 1,000 hours into it. I throw money at them left, right, and center as much as I can. I bought every version so far, and I'll just keep giving them money. But realistically, this was a PS Plus game. I never needed to pay a penny for it. I remember playing the first couple of games, and even though didn't really know what I was doing, it was still a shitload of fun. And the way it ranks you shouldn't be playing against anybody that knows what they're doing if you don't.
Okay, that might be good for me then.
You should still be scoring goals and stuff. Or is that not the case?
No, I'm just not good at that. That's the thing. It's like I think it's because like I only yesterday found out you can turn off like play with anybody. Like right now I'm playing with everybody. Like so I'm playing with the PC and the Xbox.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. I'm doing that. It's fine.
But I fucking suck, and like they're always so good. Like it's never teaming me up with any. Like I need to play with just Switch owners because then it'll be like everyone's on the same playing field of being shitty.
The ranking should do that for you anyway. Maybe just play like a few offline campaigns or something. Just get used to it because the AI is really like I can if I play the AI at a low level, I can hit the ball at every kickoff and score a goal straight away. It's that kind of thing where they do the same thing again and again. But if you just need to get used to the controls, do that. But it's so worth it.
How much is it?
I never knew there was a way you can just play computers.
Yeah, just do like an exhibition and do. I can't remember what they call it, like a league. Makes sense, I guess. And you'll play like 20 matches, and it'll score you in a league.
Would you say Rocket League?
Yes. What are you not getting about it?
No, I'm just not good at it. Like I'm like I just need more practice with it because like it's still like jarring to me. Like I always feel like I'm playing it so badly. Like I don't have a technique yet. Like I don't have like. It's like going on a dance floor with no plan.
Okay, like, so when you play, I'm guessing you're let me turn it on. So are you going into ranked or non-ranked or what?
Yeah, I'm going into ranked usually.
Yeah, so that's probably the best thing to do because even though it's obviously a ranking system in that, at least like when you play the other mode, you're playing complete randoms and there could be some really good people in there.
Yeah.
So if you play ranked, I'm assuming that it's going to put you in a rank with people who haven't played all that much. But if I was you, well, maybe you wouldn't like it. Maybe it's just me. But if you can persevere with it, because I just get so many fucking hours of joy out of Rocket League.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep playing it. It's like such a fun game to just turn on and play whenever, wherever. And it's like I really enjoy that.
I went and bought it. It was,
I just need to get better at it.
It was 25% off on these eShop, so I thought I'm getting
my
it.
Car. Can you see that?
Yeah, it's a blue.
Oh, we got the old BMP flag sticking from the back.
Union Jack.
Oh, do you mean the BMP flag?
BMP flag. You're never allowed that. For so many reasons. So yeah, the other thing I've been playing is Ken Follett's The Pillars of Earth. So
I saw that on Steam. Yeah, what's wrong with it? Is it because it's Welsh? Is it set in Wales?
So Ken Follett is a Welsh author.
Yeah.
In the 80s, called The Pillars of Earth, and it's a really fucking depressive, kind of real to life book about people like in the dark. No, it's actually set in England. People in the dark ages, and they're trying to build a cathedral. And the whole story is just about them trying to build a cathedral and how to build a good one. And it's really fucking dark and depressing. And there's absolutely no like fantasy in it. It's just reality. It's in terms of how you play, it's basically like a point and click adventure game. It operates exactly the same as you can imagine most of those games do. The first thing you do is you're in the woods with your wife who's pregnant, your little daughter, and another guy. I'm not sure if he's your son or a family friend or something. And she ends up giving birth and she dies. That's how the game is introduced to you. And then you go away and start building a cathedral, and it's really dark and really depressing. And I love it.
You'd like PUBG.
Sorry?
You'd like PUBG if you like dark and depressing games.
Oh, this runs like at least 30 seconds. So
sounds very similar.
I just looked up the book. It's 1,000 pages long, and the front cover is just like of the Yorkshire Moors or something really dark and cloudy and minging.
Yeah, I listened to an audiobook of Ken Follett's something or other, and I could only manage like 50 minutes or so of it because it was just so. It was set in a Welsh mining village, and it was the most. He spent 50 minutes. He was talking about some kind of this child who was working in the pit, and how terrible his life was, and he'd eat maggot-infested bread if he was lucky, and all that stuff. And I thought, this is depressing. I'm not going to listen to this on the way to work.
Sounds like a typical day in Wales, right?
Yeah. Bread. Oh,
it'll be raining as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting game.
That. And then the last thing that I'm playing is an early access game, which typically I won't buy, but I really like the look of this one. It's called They Are Billions. I said billions, weird. Billions. They are billions. And imagine early Command and Conquer mixed with zombies and a bit of survival elements, and it's basically that. So you kind of, if you guys have played Command and Conquer, you know how it'll work. You've got your main building, which allows you to build other buildings. Some of those buildings have trees of building stuff. So for instance, like barracks and I don't know, power plants and things like that. And you build like mines and different things to get resources, and then on the kind of periphery of your outpost will be zombies, and they'll wander in, and you can build walls and soldiers and stuff to keep them out. So I was well up for that. Yeah, that's that one. Any questions?
I saw you were playing that earlier.
How much is it?
£17, which is too much.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But it's cool.
yeah.
It's, like I say, it's early access. I think there's only a survival mode in it in the moment, which is basically just like endless. But they are building in a campaign, which like with the Command & Conquer campaigns, typically they'll start you with like a really easy scenario and it'll just build up until it's really complex. So that stuff is normally quite key to getting the most out of an RTS like that. But just like the concept is so simple, and the artwork is really cool. It kind of weirdly reminds me of what's that anime? Rob will know the anime with the big giant naked men.
Oh, Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Wait, what's this game?
The animation kind of reminds me of, well, all the art style kind of reminds me of that a little bit. It's kind of like it's a bit of like a steampunk feudal element to it.
It's like a Castlevania type, Metroidvania, Bioshock game.
I like
Have you heard the-
steampunk games. Sound good. Have any of you played Observer?
No, I've heard of it, but I can't exactly what it is now.
I'm probably going to get it if it comes in like the Steam sale, because Steam sale starts in like 5 days, so I'd like to give that, because I'm sure that'll be cheap. It's like a steampunk horror, kind of futuristic. It looks really cool. I like
What kind of
the
game
look
is it?
horror, steampunk.
No. So like a first-person shooter, or
I think it's a kind of a stealthy. Let me find it. It looks I want a steampunk kind of game, Dread style.
what do I do? Is it like a top-down stealth game? Or
What would you do if your fears were hacked? Observer is a cyberpunk horror game. Let's see. What it comes under: cyberpunk horror, psychological horror, violent. You're walking around, I believe.
It's a walking simulator, yeah.
I think it is slightly walkie sim.
Yeah,
but with action.
Straw play game.
Interactive insanity. There you go.
Of course.
But that looks pretty awesome. I'm liking it. I'm liking the look of it. I mean, I'm gonna play it if it's cheap.
It's got to do with they are billions.
You mentioned cyberpunk, steampunk, or steampunk, was it?
Jordan, like we said before,
thing.
Ben doesn't pay attention to us when we
He's
speak.
just gone off on one about something on his wish list.
Sometimes I go and listen
Love
to
Island.
Sometimes I go back and listen to this podcast afterwards. I'm like, oh, why didn't I say anything about that? And I probably wasn't listening. But yeah,
well, that sounds good, Joe. But on my wish list is
steampunk. What's the difference between steampunk and cyberpunk?
There's a big difference, all right?
Go on then.
Steampunk has steam, cyberpunk has cyber.
Lasers, I
basically-
imagine.
Yeah,
Steam.
One of them has more lasers than the other.
Oh yeah.
I want to cyber you.
Steampunk. People also search for cyberpunk. Oh, is steampunk a bit like what's it called? BioShock Infinite.
Yeah, that's more steampunk than cyberpunk.
Oh, there's one called.
Cyberpunk is Deus Ex.
Yeah.
There's dieselpunk as well. Have you heard about that?
God.
Dieselpunk is a
Wrestling?
genre
Is that a
similar to
shitty
steampunk.
joke, man?
No, it combines the aesthetics of the diesel-based technology of
Ben,
interwar
this is our
period.
intervention. You tell a lot of shitty jokes, and
Would that be like Mad Max, I guess?
There is a genuine thing called dieselpunk.
Jordan, I mean,
I have no idea.
Ben, we need to get you to a doctor.
BioShock is apparently a dieselpunk video game. Also, Wolfenstein: The New Order.
I can
is
see that being a diesel punk.
Dieselpunk.
So Dieselpunk is like Fallout type.
And Mad Max, yeah.
Yeah.
I nailed it.
Yeah, there you go. Captain America, the first Avenger, apparently.
What games have you been playing, Ben?
What games have I been playing? I've not been playing that many games. In fact, it's quite interesting.
All right, podcast's over.
I've been playing a bit of Fortnite since the update, but I wrote down PUBG because I got confused. I haven't played much PUBG for once. I love
So
PUBG.
Fortnite's the good one, yeah?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Fortnite's in early access, so we can't use that in the Game of the Year, unfortunately.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
But PUBG is still awesome, and the new one, the new server, like with the new map and that, feels really smooth, really cool. Have you played it, Rob?
Not since the update, no. I tried to load it on PS4 the other day, and it was like a 15-minute waiting list to get into a game.
On PUBG?
So, fuck that. No, not PUBG.
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Yeah, no. Have you played? Have you played any PUBG? Have you played the new map?
Oh no. I'm not messing around with that test server. I'll wait for it to be released on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's been a bit. It's gotten. It's pretty. It's had a good improvement recently. But yeah, I'm gonna wait for the full release. But it's really smooth.
I mean, they mess
smooth
around
now.
with all the weapons, haven't they?
Yeah, they're gonna have weapons just for that map. Like the new map's kind of really open. There's not much space to hide like in the first map. So there's loads of sniping and really random kind of old western type weapons. Sawing off shotguns, things like that.
Steampunk.
It's very steampunk, yeah. Oh my god, can you imagine a cyber or a diesel punk map on PUBG? That's what I want.
Can you imagine a map that loads incorrectly? That'd be really cool.
It does.
No, on the Xbox it doesn't.
Oh god, yeah, no. Well, luckily Xbox is in early access, so that doesn't count towards Game of the Year. We're just counting the PC version.
Now these rules make sense now. That doesn't count. Hey,
early access games don't count.
Jordan, you heard that? It doesn't count. Just because the game doesn't work on every other system, it doesn't count.
Are we not having a ban of early access games in Game of the Year?
I thought we agreed last week that if you've paid money for it and it came out this year, then you can play it. Like,
sure. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
We could do that. In fact, in our question, the questions section at the end, should we just use it to plan Game of the Year? Because I can't be bothered to do it on WhatsApp or anything like that. Chrissy says, "What's an Xbox?" Oh, well, it's when people are so poor they can't buy a PS4, then or when they tell their parents they want a PS4, and then their grandmother goes into the shop and goes, "He wants one of those gaming things." It's that I don't know. It's in that box. That one. And then the Xbox is what disappointed children have on Christmas morning. Yeah, so
yeah, no, it's such a disappointment. That PUBG thing, everything about it.
It's the Xbox is.
No, it's just PUBG. That's the only problem the Xbox has.
We'll talk about it in the news.
Yeah, talk about it in the news and on Game of the Year. I've also played Xenoblade Chronicles 2 a bit more. Still love that game. I think did I talk about it last week? No, I don't think I did.
No, I don't pay attention to you when you speak.
I don't either. To myself, but it's I'm really enjoying it. It's so big and I love the music. I love the English voice acting or the Welsh voice acting. Is really good, and I'm really just liking it as a nice little story game that I'm probably going to play for years until I finish it. Just
Have you
play
got to the first big town yet?
Yeah, I've got to the bit where I've just discovered Blade Arts, I think. I've been at the new town. I've been at the first town, and then I've I can't remember what I'm doing now. I think I've been hunted. I'm trying to find a girl. A Welsh girl, I think. Yeah.
Life or
yeah, that's it. Just time. My mum will be so happy. But it was a good it was a pretty good good game so far, and I'm looking forward to playing it more.
I just worry, like I really like everything I've played as well, but that's the type of game that you really need to like exclusively play and in big long bursts. And
I'm okay. I'm like a person that can go and play that for an hour and come back and then have it just like a Game of Thrones or some kind of TV series where you watch it for an hour and then like the next week you watch a bit more and it feels really long.
Yeah, but it's not just going to carry on being the kind of the first few hours are very story focused, but that game just keeps on opening and keeps on putting mechanics on top of you. And I haven't played it for about a week, and I'm dreading going back to it. Just thinking of all the things. And like the last time I played it, I ventured outside of that town, saw an enemy that was like 2 levels below me, went and fought it, and it just demolished me. And I was like, oh, maybe I haven't got the hang of this yet. But I want to persevere with it. There's so much going for it. The art is amazing. I really like the voice acting, and the world is really cool. But I do worry that am I going to have the perseverance to get on with it?
Thank God,
is always there to close it down and play Rocket League.
Yeah, thank God every game that I want to kind of play has been postponed till March, so that January, February I can go through quite a few, hopefully. This game is it is just like Xenoblade Chronicles Cross in the fact that they just put these huge enemies like the enemies around me are at level 8, 9, 10 maybe, and I just walked up to the giant gorilla and I was like, oh, he's level 84, I'm gonna keep away from him. And that's what they did in the Chronicles Cross as well, and I like that. You can always go back to it later, and God knows what you get for killing it. But it's kept me interested. Simple story so far. Like the world's longest cutscenes. Jesus. There was one cutscene I thought, okay, as soon as this cutscene finishes, I'll go and buy the dog some food. I didn't even have time because the cutscene was over 20 minutes. Ah, jeez.
Dog's dead.
Yeah. So now, so the dog got some cheap food from the shop across the road later instead. But yeah, screw that. But yeah, as I said, I've also played Fortnite. There's been a big update to that. It's like a Christmas update. They've now, because it's free to play, you can now buy a battle pass, which costs just less than $10, and it makes you, it enables you to get cosmetic items that you can just you can earn. Because before you couldn't get any cosmetic items. Like, pretty sure nothing dropped, and it was all like buy your cosmetic stuff. But now, if you buy this battle pass, you can level the pass up, and then every level you either get loads of XP for your level, or you're getting some kind of like cool looking armor or a pickaxe or whatnot, which I quite like. And if you want to level it up even more, you can pay real money for it. But like I think everything you can get, you can unlock in something like 140 hours, which isn't, you know, playing that game happens pretty quickly. And there's like daily missions, and I know that game is just really well polished. To say that that's the early access game and PUBG is the one that's about to come out as the 1.0 release is quite surprising. Bit of a,
so does Fortnite is Fortnite going to eat PlayerUnknown's lunch then, or is PlayerUnknown already too big for that?
It's too big, but it's a totally different game. Like PUBG is a survival simulator, really. You know, you've got to be totally accurate. You're a lot of the time you play it like you would kind of in real life. I do anyway. You know, you hide. Okay, this place is going to be safe for the next 2 minutes or so. I'm just going to chill here for a bit and. Who
are you hiding from in real life? Then? What's wrong?
What is your life like?
That's what I do. Oh God, people have around here, my neighbours. I play it like I play it like I would if, you know, in real life. You know, whereas in Fortnite, it's like, hey, I'm going to go around and try and kill. Oh, there's 2 people over there. I'm just going to go over there and try and kill them. If I die, who cares? I can load back into another game in a few seconds, and like the action happens really quickly, really fast. Whereas in PUBG, it starts off. It can, you know, be pretty slow depending on where you land.
I know they're different, but they are going to eat into each other, and people have only got so much time to play these things. So,
and also the fact that it's free. That's a big thing, I think, for Fortnite. It's free.
Yeah, the fact that you have to pay like $40 for a, you know, not finished product when you can just, I don't know, buy Fortnite and play the Battle Royale mode for free. And I like the Battle Royale mode in what's it called way more than I like PUBG. So like I think it's already eating its lunch. I think there's a big fan base for Fortnite Battle Royale. And I keep having to say that because I always kind of forget that Fortnite Battle Royale is just a mode inside Fortnite.
It's weird.
That's so weird. That is.
Yeah, that I've played a bit of the single player and it wasn't good. Looking at what people are streaming, PUBG's on 93,000 viewers, whereas Fortnite's 40. So PUBG's still got like twice as many. It's like twice as popular for a paid game as well.
Though, haven't they?
Yeah, that's pretty big. I wonder if Fortnite will ever get that. But no, I like Fortnite, and I also like it because I'm not terrible at it, which is nice. Whereas PUBG, I'm pretty woeful. I got 9 wins in Fortnite when I went to Norway. 9. I haven't had one since. Yeah.
It is an easier game though, isn't it?
I think if you've got a shotgun, you're sorted. Because a lot of it you can do close combat, and you just jump a few times and shotgun them, and you're sorted. And if you once you get the building,
is it the same deal in terms of you start with like no guns and you have to find them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just more. Fortnite's easy. It's easier on the eye. It's more fun, I would say. But PUBG, I think I mentioned it with Mellum, not last week, it was the week before. We said that if somebody said, okay, you can play a game for 500 hours, you must play a game for 500 hours, I would play PUBG over pretty much any other game.
Life is strange.
I think Fortnite.
Fortnite's really a little game called Counter-Strike.
No, I haven't, because I'm not 12. Sorry. I just
Counter-Strike is older than 12.
Well, I know Counter-Strike is like, isn't it what like sweaty kids play? And then it's like,
how dare you?
It's not my type of game. That. Now,
Ben doesn't like good games. Ben doesn't like complete games. He likes to play games that are half finished and unpolished.
One game I really do like, and I've downloaded it again, so I'll play it this week, is Rainbow Six Siege. That's actually a game I could play for a good 100, 200 hours and not get bored. I know Fortnite's just really good fun, but then after about 2 or 3 hours, I'm like, okay, let's switch to something else. Whereas PUBG could be like 4 a.m. and I'm like, oh, just a couple more matches. Pretty addictive. And it's a fun game.
Tiny things happen though, don't they? So fun. Well, I'm not going to talk about it. We'll talk about it in the news. Move on to the news.
Yeah, news time. Where is the news button? Where is the news button? Yeah, there it is.
Does it move?
Yeah, it did.
Start spreading.
I made. Click, 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 play.
Nobody cares, Andre. Click, 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 play. The news.
I made that intro, everybody.
Yeah.
Hire me. Hire
Right.
me, everybody.
Let's see
I
how
need another job.
let's see how well he edits out Manny.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah. So what's in the news, John? We've got hello to Mirage. Hello to everyone in the chat. Feel free to comment and
Fuck the chat.
send us messages.
Fuck everybody in the chat.
There's apparently a
Fuck you
breakdancing
all.
rhythm indie game on the Nintendo Switch called Floor Kids.
Oh yeah, I was watching a gameplay of that. It looks really funny.
Yeah, is it a free to play game?
Breakdancing like rhythm
Rhythm
game.
indie
I was
game.
about to buy it, but then it was like $17. I'm like, oh.
What? Well, that sounds awesome. Hey Mirage. But yeah, Jordan, what is in the news this week?
Talking of Nintendo Switch, it's sold 10 million units worldwide in 9 months.
Ooh.
Big figures for the Nintendo Switch in such a short period. Obviously, I'm a big fan of my Switch. I think you two are as well. What do we think this means? Obviously, Switch is going to be a success, but I always wonder now: does this get Sony thinking about? Do we come back into the hardware space, or if this trajectory continues, does it actually alter the overall console space, and actually it becomes more realistic to release a kind of hybrid console than just to do I guess if the expectation becomes that the console should do that. What do you guys think?
I think Rocket League, not Rocket League. I think Switch and Nintendo. I think this should be their thing now. They stop faffing around with Wii's or Wii U's or any of that kind of rubbish. Just stick to the Switch. Make it better every iteration or so. I think they found it. They found their niche, or they found the gap in the market that was needed, and keep it like that. And PlayStation, they've got all the exclusives. They don't need anything like this, I don't think. I mean, the 10 million thing that's exactly the same as what it was for the PS4. Although the PS4 had Christmas, like they had the Christmas sales as well, and they had exactly the same. So I mean, yeah, in the first year, I think it's going to surpass the PS4, which is, despite the PS4 having pretty poor launch titles, is still really impressive.
Yeah, I agree with you. I really hope that the worry with Nintendo is that they always like to do something different, and I really worry with this one that when it does come to a next iteration, they're like, well, okay, let's put this weird thing on it and it'll ruin it. I don't think they'll do that, because it was such like a last chance for them in terms of the home console space, that hopefully they see this as the fantastic thing that it is, and they'll continue doing it. And you can just imagine like what the next version will look like, slimmer, hopefully like a 1080 screen, give it a bit more grunt in terms of the processing power, and happy days.
What about
must be really
VR
easy to
glasses?
program for, I'm assuming, because there's so many games coming out day on day, week on week. It doesn't seem to be taking people long to get the ports over.
If it was really slim though,
seems to be lining up.
if it's slim and light, you could get special Switch glasses, put it like this, and then you can play VR. Amazing would that be?
That sounds like a hellish nightmare.
That is going to happen.
When I said about them introducing something that would ruin the console, yeah.
So I just pulled up the figures for like the 3DS sales, and in the first year it was released in the March, and they've got 3.6 million in the first year, and 13 million in the second year. So something wasn't bad at all.
To the other. I mean, I could go on the Switch and download and just find another 10 games that I want to play, which I don't think I could do on most of the consoles. What's this game? Oh, interesting.
Are you guys mostly playing it in handheld now?
I have never connected it to my TV.
Yeah, I did it once just to see what Zelda looked like, and it looked like shit.
Same here.
I'd play it.
Like if you look, I don't know if you can see it. You can probably see my little amiibos in the background, and behind that is the actual dock. The dock is just completely unplugged and just there. And I'm only ever going to use it when Smash Bros. Comes out. And the fact that Rocket League works so well maybe makes me think that even when Smash Bros comes out, I might just play it in handheld mode. But we'll have to wait and see on that. That Pro controller's never been used. Where's 70 quid I've ever spent in my life?
I play it docked. It's it looks pretty good still. By the way, they've released the Sexy Brutale on it. There's so many cool like indie games out on there now. It's gonna be the go-to place, I think.
I think they make a lot of money at the moment, so there's a bit of a gold rush. I'm sure that'll cool down, but
Human
like
Fall
I said,
Flat.
it doesn't seem to take people a long time to get these games over, which is really good.
Yeah. Tennis in the Face. That sounds good. But Human Fall Flat is pretty popular on Steam right now, and that's already on there. So it seems like loads of new games that are coming out are just saying, yeah, we'll stick it on the Switch as well. Also, how bad is the WWE 2K18? Do we know yet?
Apparently, really bad. Runs in slow motion.
Oh wait, you're saying a WWE game is bad?
Yeah.
It's like worse than the actual. Like they stealth released it. They didn't even tell people they were releasing it. It just ended up on the store one day, and I haven't seen a video. But apparently, if you watch videos of it, it's not even like frame rate issues. It's just the game is running in slow motion to get, I guess, to kind of just get it over there cheap and easy. So
Awesome.
Can we just close down 2K games? Just absolutely dire. Like the NBA game.
Play the company closed down 2K.
But they just released shit. The latest NBA game was just a complete. Like,
hey man,
it made
so does
EA
Quick
blush.
Play, but we can't just close it down.
Well, we don't have microtransactions as bad.
There's good people working in every organization.
Yeah, just
and I'm one of them.
Put them all out of work. It's just they've never. I don't know what was the last good game that 2K released.
I have no idea.
Tales from the Borderlands.
Well, that was a while ago then.
That's okay.
Not 2K.
I don't know. I doubt.
Wasn't there a Batman game?
So yeah, so it's good news to Switch. And at this point, I keep on thinking like, what's going to go wrong? What's going to go wrong? But I think they've done it, haven't they?
Reggie's going to get accused for sexual harassment or something, and then we all have to feel ashamed for owning a Switch.
Look at his
Or
face.
like Donkey Kong's a paedophile.
Oh god.
Something like that, you know.
And Mario's only that size so he can look up at skirts. In the
Someone's going to realize that Mario is an offensive mascot.
It is. It's racist against Italian people.
Someone will fucking realize.
I think they've stepped back from the Italian stuff now. So they've taken the plumber thing out. And
when Mario falls asleep in Mario Odyssey, he'll start naming spaghetti brands. Swear on my life.
Like a real Italian.
He's like, rigatoni, mozzarella. I'm like, oh my god, you're fucking racist as shit. That's not how Italians act.
They need a real Japanese one. Like Nintendo's so Japanese. Why don't they have their main mascot as being a Japanese guy? Why does he have to be Italian?
Fucking jump off a fucking. Never mind. I was about to make a really offensive joke towards.
Mirage in the chat says the last good WWE game on a Nintendo system was WrestleMania 21 on the GameCube. Do we agree, or do we think No Mercy?
Nope.
As far as I'm aware, no. Okay, let's move on then. So PC Gamers announced its Game of the Year for 2017. I don't know if you probably know the answer because I tweeted it.
Yeah.
It's Divinity anyway. I'll cut to the chase on that one. Which is fairly interesting considering, I guess, that outside of Zelda, Mario, PlayerUnknown has been kind of touted as Game of the Year, but they've decided to sidestep that one. I'm not sure if that's just because of the officially not released rule, or if they actually feel that Divinity is a better game. It is, so they probably do agree with that, I suppose.
PUBG they gave PUBG second.
Did they?
I remember rightly. Yeah.
It feels like that game was at like a hot couple of weeks with people giving it the recognition it deserves, and then it just totally went away, and I don't hear people talking about it anymore. So it was nice to see them reiterate that. And it's really good. And if you've got a PC, you should go play it. So
I really like it.
Go on.
I really like it. It's good.
Yeah. Good. Good. Thanks, Ben.
Yeah, no problem.
So we've talked about PlayerUnknown Battleground, and I guess we kind of skated around the issue, but it's out now on Xbox in some kind of early access form, which I still think is bullshit. And this isn't a stab at PlayerUnknown. I don't think that any of these consoles should have this early access stuff. I get it on PC, and I think it works well on PC. If I'm a console gamer that isn't completely attuned to exactly what's going on in the industry, and I see a game that's there to download, I'm going to assume that that's a complete game, and I want to download it. Like to release what is it, like 30 quid, 25, something like that?
Do you know something horrific? you can buy this physical edition, and there's not even a disc inside. It's a download code. It's in early access.
So what they're doing is they're cashing in on this. Obviously, it's had a crazy year. It's got a lot of recognition, and they're now cashing in on that. And I get it. Fucking do that. That's the right business move. But fucking do the work for the game as well. I more and more feel like this studio is completely unprepared for the success that they have. And I kind of knew that probably a couple of months ago anyway, but I would have assumed that Microsoft would have stepped in and kind of lent them some resources and said, okay, not just throw money at the situation, but actually give them the tech resource that they need to get this game running correctly on their hardware. But for people that don't know, like this game's come out, it's in an early access form. It's running at about, in certain circumstances, 10 frames a second, and that's on Xbox One X.
And they think that's so good. What are they doing?
I'm not sure what are they doing.
They're bundling it.
Okay. Yeah, so this is the actual news. So that's out. It's caused a bit of a firestorm, but there's over 1 million players already, so that is what it is. So Xbox have decided that they're now going to bundle it with the Xbox One X, which I think is quite a funny move, because are they insinuating that you need the Xbox One X to run it?
Yeah.
Bit of an odd one, but I guess they're trying to pimp that system, so it does make sense. But the bottom line for me is that I just think it's such a disappointing move for this game that's had. I think it's a bit of a stain on the year for them, because they've had such a good year. This game came out of nowhere and just gradually became a firestorm, and now they're ending the year on a really shitty release on Xbox. Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't think it makes sense for Microsoft, and I don't think it makes sense for the game. But there we go. Apparently, the controls are a big issue as well. Like it feels like they've just mapped over the exact same PC controls and just tried to make it work on a controller instead of taking some of the complexity out. Like, you don't necessarily need that in a console game. I think they should have totally remapped this thing.
No aim assist.
I could imagine a lot of people getting this for Christmas and just bouncing straight off it, because it's like, I just think about the menus and stuff in PlayerUnknown. If they haven't streamlined that stuff, I just don't. Do you know how that works? Like, with the weird menu system and things on a console, on a controller.
On a control. No,
it is the worst. You have to it takes like a minute to scroll down an entire list of things that people have. I was watching people play it just because I was interested.
They don't give you a cursor, do they? You're not moving a cursor with your analog stick.
No.
Fuck. Okay.
So it's like super slow and super.
Is it free?
They need to change everything. They need to change the AI.
It's still using the armor system. Like, you can still, when you play that game. I when this game first came on the scene, I totally thought it was still running in the armor engine, and it was only when I couldn't understand how they were allowed to sell the game that somebody told me it's running on Unreal. But the menu system is from Armor, which kind of works with like really in-depth military simulators where you're going to be playing them for hours and hours. But this is like, how long does a game of PlayerUnknown last? Like half an hour, is it? Something like that.
Yeah, if you win.
Yeah.
For me, it's like 2 minutes, but yeah.
Yeah, you don't need this type of setup. They need to go back to the fucking drawing board and just maybe not make as much money for a couple of months and then release the game properly. There you go. In better news,
do you know what? Wait, do you know what needs to happen? They need to be bought out by Microsoft.
Yeah,
and
totally.
And then release PUBG 2 with a really decent engine, and that game would be 10 times better. But it's still a really good game.
DICE will announce their Battlefield game, which has this mode, and never talk about PlayerUnknown Battleground again, hopefully.
I really don't. I love Battle Royale games. I think they're kind of the future of, there's a future genre there that's going to be out. Like, there's going to be a new one out all the time, but I think they have to be free to play. I can't, unless, like, PUBG's
this one isn't. And it's not even working and people paying for it.
No, because it was like the first one that really, got into the minds of people. I mean, H1Z1, and then there was the Armor mod and stuff, but that didn't really, hit as well as this has.
People are playing and buying this game with it being in the state that it is. I'm telling you, if Activision or if EA managed to get a big polished 100-player experience like this out in 2018, it will be fucking out. It'll do gangbusters. Even if it's just the next Battlefield game or next year's COD has this mode in it. I think it should be a standalone release if they really want to do it, but this is just waiting to be pillaged.
If they do that in COD, and I bet they'd make it.
The fact that Fortnite's got this amount of traction with a free sub mode, somebody needs to come in and do this fucking properly.
We'd have forgotten about Fortnite if it hadn't been for this, I think.
Yeah, Yeah, totally. Like, remember when that game came out? Everyone was like, "Oh, okay, no."
But I think PUBG does get a lot of like complaints, like unnecessarily. Because there's some poor things in PUBG, but generally speaking, it plays really well. You very, very rarely get disconnected from a game. I never get like glitched through the walls or like through the floor like I've seen in H1Z1 and stuff. It can be a bit clunky at times, but generally speaking, it plays really well.
I'd agree with you, except that I got a hard crash like 20 minutes before joining this podcast.
Oh, okay. Well,
I completely fucked my computer up.
I take back everything I said. Take back everything I've said there. But I've had Fortnite crash more than PUBG.
They've had a great year. I just want somebody to capitalize on this, and I thought it would have been Microsoft, and it doesn't look like it's going to be.
We've had these questions before, but what game would you imagine would make a really good battle royale? Have a really good battle royale mode.
The next Battlefield game.
Battlefield, sure.
Battlefield with like the Frostbite engine, so you could just, if somebody was being a bitch in a house or something, you could just blow the wall off.
Yo, just fucking give me Titanfall. That'd be dope.
It'd be pretty obvious if you're in a Titan. There he is.
For me, like the unique selling points are having a large amount of players. So I think you need at least 100. I'm not interested in anything less than that. And you need the big map as well. Like that. What that's doing is, and I've said it on the show before, is giving you a glimpse of why people were into Arma and why people were into DayZ, but they were like way more hardcore experiences. This is giving you that experience of not being. It's the exact opposite of what Call of Duty was giving. Whereas Call of Duty is in each round you're going to die 20 times and there's no consequence to it whatsoever. In DayZ it was always okay. I might have not encountered someone for like literally in real world 2 days, and I've just been going around collecting resources, and then there's this split 30-second encounter with somebody, and it's so fucking your pulse is going, and you know you haven't seen anybody in days, and either they kill you or you kill them, and either way that's going to be a crazy experience. And it's kind of taken that and made it more accessible for people and kind of shrunk it down into these half-an-hour chunks.
I want 100-player gang beasts.
Royal Rumble.
You know, it'd be cool if like one time, like one day out of the year, PUBG does a 1,000 players in one map.
God, they have trouble loading 100. It takes about 30 seconds to render that.
10 years in the future, they're like, "Hey, we built this extremely large map, and it's 1,000 players. Go!"
What about The Witcher? And you can only use
if you
sword
plug
fight.
a keyboard into the Xbox and press like O, it'll show you like it'll just revert to the PC options, all the graphical settings and things like that. Like that's how cheap of a port this is. They've literally taken the PC code and just put a plaster over it. It's fucking unacceptable, but hilarious to watch it all burn down. I'm going to give it a go. Like I would have bought it by now happily if it wasn't for the performance issues on it, and the fact that the controller scheme sounds ridiculous. But if they stabilize all of that, I'll fucking give it a go. I'll be happy to. But then if the actual 1.0 version is releasing on PC, maybe I'll jump in over Christmas time and
let me know. We'll give you a game.
Mouse and keyboard.
We'll play with you.
Right.
It's actually out in 5 days. And what I've played with the vaulting makes it so much, like, it's so smooth. Like, when you actually vault over something, it's so smooth. It's like, wow, it doesn't feel like PUBG. Why is it
taking so long? Because the vaulting mechanic was always just, like, if you press V in Arma or DayZ, you vault over something. I don't get why that's taking so long.
I don't know, they said that there was certain, it's not just vaulting, it's loads of other stuff they wanted to push with this, but it's also they want to make it interact with loads of different things. Like, you can also vault through windows and it smashes glass and stuff. So they had to do loads of different kind of scenarios first.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, we'll see how the Xbox One version pans out. But at this point, I don't think I'm going to bother. So next bit of news is that Hitman, the first episode, is going to be free over the Christmas period. So I just wanted to pimp that. Like, I know that you guys are big fans of the game, and if anybody's kind of curious, you can check out the first episode over the next couple of weeks.
Great game.
And in terms of the Christmas period, Monster Hunter is also coming back with that beta. So if anybody didn't get a chance to play it and you want to get a kind of glimpse of what that game's going to be like come the end of January, then it'll be running from the 22nd to the 26th.
I'm good.
Yeah, check that out. Now, last bit of news. The news that we've all been waiting for. Hideo Kojima.
Oh, yeah.
has explained the lore from Death Stranding. So I'm gonna just find some extract of this because I'm sure you're all kind of you've all seen the trailers. You're like, the fuck is this about? We need to know what's going on in it. So, you know, Hideo Kojima, he's always succinct. He tells it as it is. There's no kind of weirdness in the way he explains things. So I'm gonna find some sound bites from it. Do you guys want to know that?
Go on then.
Please.
Okay, let me find some. What do you guys think it's about while I'm looking? There's a
Uh,
lot.
robots is it in the
It's
future
definitely
or
gonna be robots.
One, right?
is it a dystopian
Definitely,
future?
Yeah.
Cyberpunk?
Grown men pooping themselves.
Yeah.
Diesel punk.
That was pretty much Metal Gear, wasn't it? Yeah, I can't find anything worth actually reading to you because it's just all fucking nonsense, to be honest. Like, I've read this, and I get, as much as I love Metal Gear, right? Like I've said to you, that PS3 behind me is literally a Metal Gear machine. That's why it's there, so I can play Metal Gear Solid 4 and all the other ones kind of on my telly. But I love Kojima. I love what he does. We've talked about him plenty on this show. I fucking hate listening to Kojima talk or listening to
Racist.
like no, it's not because he's Japanese.
Don't understand what he's saying.
Like he doesn't make any fucking sense. You can listen to him talk about a game and you'll be none the wiser. So I've actually read this entire interview and I still have no idea what's going on in this game. Absolutely no idea whatsoever. So for IGN to say that he's revealed the lore, it's an absolute lie because I know nothing more about this game than you guys do just from watching the trailer.
Right.
That's the news.
That's the news. So LA Noire on Steam is super cheap. 70% off. Anybody wants it?
No, don't do that because it's really bad.
True.
It's
Okay.
I
no
want it
good,
on my
is it?
Switch.
So that's why they've reduced it. But that version on Steam is a port of the 360 version that they did years ago. That's not the new remaster, and it's really poorly optimized.
Why would they make it €30 anyway? Jeez.
Exactly.
All right.
They're trying to convince people that they're buying the new remaster. So if you're going to buy that, you should buy it on PS4 or Xbox.
All
So it
right.
runs really well on that.
Oh, we've got a comment from a person called Jordan in the chat. My name is Jordan. I think all games are bad. I think it's time for questions. Mel, send some questions in. Question time.
It's fucking Nella.
Question time. Time to answer questions that have been in all of our minds. Question time. Leave it in the chat and we will answer it in due time. I know you.
Question time. David Dimbleby here, and question time for all you people that don't get it. First question: what is the best walking simulator of 2018? Says Melon Manen. I should really unmute you guys, shouldn't I? Go on.
So I found a bit of the interview that I'm going to read to you. Right, see if this clues you up about Death Stranding.
Oh,
This is
okay.
in Kojima's words. So as you saw in the trailer, you saw the crater, and when you come back, it's still there. Most games would have taken you back to before the crater was made. So depending on the player, you might have a lot of craters all over the place. Depends on each player. All right, mate. The fuck does that mean?
That explains the law.
Absolutely off his head.
Nano
Most people in the
machine.
game are aware of the rain, and well, Norman is quite unique in this regard. I think you should stop there. I'm spilling the beans. You're not, mate. You're not spilling the beans at all.
Melam asked, like,
Bullshit.
what's the best walking simulator 2018? Did you also in the news that we did mention the guys from Firewatch project? No, Campo Santos or something. They've announced a new game that's looks like it's set in kind of Egypt, but it's kind of
Covered that
similar.
last week, Ben. You don't listen.
Were you talking about that last
Yeah,
week?
Ben, you never listened to us. We talked about it. It's called.
It's part of the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear
It
that.
looks really good though. It takes place
Yeah,
in
it
the
does look really good.
1920s.
Really cool trailer.
1930s, I think.
With a new
And
character.
I think it might star lesbians.
Yeah, yeah, I think it does.
Will that get you off
pretty
until Last of Us Part 2 comes out?
I'll have to do.
Mirage asking in the chat, what's the biggest video game disappointment of 2017? It's got to be Life is Strange Before the Storm.
Wait,
Well,
you haven't
have to
even
wait.
played it. You fucking.
Why would I
jerk.
play it? It's a big disappointment.
You're a big disappointment to your fucking parents, all right?
I can't argue with that. Best game you've played this year, including old games. Ooh.
Oh, Tales from the Borderlands. Dude, Tales from the Borderlands is the best game I played this year that came out like forever ago.
Yeah. Let's try and think of games that we've played this year that are old that we like, because obviously the Game of the Year stuff's going to be in the next couple of weeks. John says Parasite Eve. What be?
Well, no, I'm just commenting on what that person said because they mentioned Parasite Eve 2, which I'm a fan of.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I played Red Dead Redemption this year again, for like the third time, which is amazing. Who is the best male Norwegian podcaster in Click Click Play? Well,
Me.
I would probably say Miko because I wouldn't assume her gender.
Oh.
She's a woman.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's got to be
We
Melanie.
didn't answer the question. So what was the question? What's the best old game that we've played?
This year, yeah, the game that we played this year. That's actually Gang Beasts. I think didn't that come out of early access in like 20? No, wasn't that in early access in like 2013 or something like that?
Didn't it get released this week though?
Yeah, the full
PS4
release is
didn't
this week, and also on PC got 1.0. But that is an old game that finally made it out. I don't know what game I played this year that's kind of old and good.
I don't think it was this. I think it kind of bled into this year, but I played Symphony of the Night Castlevania on the Vita, and that was really, really good. Actually started a new playthrough of Final Fantasy VII yesterday, but that's like comfort food for me. I'll play that like once every couple of years.
I'm thinking of trying to finish that for the first
No, you
time.
don't. You don't need to finish it. Not a good game.
Yeah, it is a good game.
Play The Walking Dead.
And then obviously I finished Catherine recently, so that was good.
Yeah, I don't know what games I've. Stardew Valley, played a bit of that. That was good. Oh, The Witcher 3, played some. Yeah, like old games.
Mention new ones now.
I don't know, old games.
What's the next question?
Symphony of the Night, great game, says Mirage.
Yes.
The most anticipated game for next year. I mean, yeah, for me, Red Dead 2 is just that. There are games I'm looking forward to, but none as much as Red Dead Redemption 2.
It's hard not to say. Fuck you. It's hard not to say Red Dead Redemption. It was Monster Hunter, but the beta left a bad taste in my mouth. So I still think that'll be great, but it's kind of swung me to Red Dead now.
I'm really looking forward to playing Far Cry 5. I love Far Cry. It's kind of like comfort food.
Just be the same thing again, though, won't it? You might as well go and play the last two.
You get a smash and beat up and rednecks. What more could you want?
I'm looking forward to what type of poisonous animal they're going to put in this.
Oh, I've heard it's a turkey.
Scream about it.
It's a turkey. I'm pretty sure I read that it's going to be these type of turkeys that kill people.
Melon's just given a good one. God of War.
Dad of War.
I think that's coming out like fucking. I reckon that's gonna be like March, April, something like that.
Oh, when I saw that, was it E3 where they first showed it, or the PlayStation Awards or something? I don't know, but it looked so good that first time, and I've been pretty hyped since then.
Yeah.
Rob asks in the chat, has anyone played the Destiny 2 expansion? Yeah, I played it. It still didn't get me interested in it. Did you like it, Rob?
No, I've not played it. I feel like everybody's just dropped off completely.
Yeah, they dropped off before the expansion, then the expansion dropped, and I played it and was like, yeah, this is a bit more, but it's still pretty boring.
I'm totally done with Destiny, unless they release like the next one and it's what I want it to be. I'm just done. I've had to admit.
Battle Royale mode.
Yeah, 3-on-3.
Just in the raid area, you can stand wherever you want.
There's 10 players on this map.
Swords only. Thoughts on The Last of Us 2? Do you think it'll be as good as 1? Probably, because I liked 1. It wasn't my favourite game of all time, but I like the look of it. Why did we make it the Click Play game of the year?
I think.
Yeah. So that means it'll be our new best game of all time.
Yeah.
Oh, a game we're looking forward to. That pirate game, Sea of Thieves.
Ooh,
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Closed beta's
Looking forward
coming
to
out
Yeah,
soon.
looking forward to that.
Is
Is that Xbox only, or is it coming to PC?
No, It'll be PC as well. I was going to
Oh,
say,
good.
do we know if it's cross-play? Because I was planning on playing it on my Xbox just to have something to play. But yeah, I'm totally looking forward to that as well.
Yeah. Okay, so what about Game of the Year stuff then? Are we ever going to arrange a date for this?
Next time.
Well, next stream or the next
Well, yeah,
one.
it's
half
whenever
of
the next show is, isn't it? So where
Christmas Eve.
are we? We're not going to.
We have a show on Christmas Eve every
show
Sunday.
on Christmas Eve. There's things to be done on Christmas Eve.
There is a show
Like what? You have to spend time with your family.
every Sunday.
Oh.
He's actually Father Christmas.
Yeah, well,
He's got a list. He's got to check it
explains
twice.
so
shut
much.
up. I'm on a list.
We need Mellum to tell us when he can make it.
What the fuck's he got to do with Mellum? He's only been on here twice.
He's the latest. He replaced
speak to
Manny.
me.
He's the new Manny.
Yo, Melon can't be on this because he likes battle royale games, and clearly that means he's insane.
Has
So does
Mellum
Rob.
seen Star Wars yet?
Yeah, he saw it before any of us.
Like
That's
it?
true.
Yeah, he liked it.
Okay.
He liked it as well. Yes, he does have a bit of taste.
Jesus Christ, how do we make an hour feel like 2,000 hours?
That's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
So the Game of the Year podcast is going to be. What about next Saturday?
I'm okay with that. I work until probably 4-ish.
That's like 10
It's
p.m.
like Queen's time.
That's 9 p.m. Jordan time.
Rob, when's our lads' night out? Is that Saturday?
We
Well,
can have a good live stream from the pub if you like.
Mellum says he
Don't get
can.
much out of it, though.
Mellum says he can do the 30th. Saturday.
Yeah, I can do that.
My parents are here, but I can do it for I can do it. Later the better on the 30th would be for me.
Yeah, the later the better for every night for me.
I know, because the 30th, yeah, because my parents arrive on the 29th and they're only here for like 3 days. So that would be shit for me.
Yep, 30th, yep.
We bring our parents, yeah. We'll organise a day, we'll find a day. And we'll follow Click Click Play on Twitter. And
My parents are dead, so that's not very funny, Mellum. Close the show.
Kill it.
Yeah.
Kill it with fire. I need to go to the movie theater now.
All right, we're gonna go, but yeah, follow us on clickclickplay.com and clickclickplay. Also, type in !! giveaway if somebody wants to win a video game. There you go. Go on to clickclickplay.com/giveaway, and you can win a game. Amazing.
What game is it?
Any game you want. You have choice. I'm gonna give you the choice.
Hello, neighbor.
Yeah, great. Please, cheaper the better. But yeah, we'll organise. Jesus Christ, the elephants upstairs are really banging today. I'm gonna be yeah. Click play on Twitter. We'll give all the information about Game of the Year stuff. But we could even
Can I enter?
we could even record. What? Yeah, you can enter.
Oh, enter this shit.
You enter that. Make sure you follow me on YouTube.
No
and all that.
Xbox games though.
What? I'm out.
Oh no, they're cheap. I'll be able to get them like second hand. All right then, let's go. Cheerio. See you next Sunday for might just be me and Andre. No, I think we said
I
Sunday.
have no idea, man. I'm high as shit right now. And
I thought you're drinking, aren't you?
end this podcast.
Yeah.
Please.
Every Sunday there's a podcast, so whoever's there, I don't know, but some people will be. Christmas Eve. Bye.
Oh no.
Bye, everybody. I love you.
Bye.
See you later.
Screw you. All.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.